We are now on lesson 7.3, where we're going to learn to simplify algebraic expressions. By now, you should know what an algebraic expression is. It's like a math problem, kind of. Okay, it's got letters in it, numbers in it, maybe some multiplication, addition, subtraction, division. That is an algebraic expression. Now, think about what it means to simplify a fraction. If you have 12/18, you can simplify that down to 2/3. We're just making the fraction into something that's a little bit more manageable, a little bit easier to work with and easier to deal with. And so that's what we're going to be learning to do in this lesson. We're going to take algebraic expressions and make them simpler. That's all we're doing here, making them simpler, using less writing, basically. Think of it that way. All right. So letter A at the top of page, we're doing this on page 229, and we're going to be looking at this page along with the next two pages. Algebraic expressions can be simplified. A straw of length y inches is joined to another straw of the same length. What is the total length of the two straws? So you have the first one is y and the second one is y. So y and y together can be my algebraic expression. This is an algebraic expression. However, it's not simplified because the simpler way to do this with less writing is to say this is actually 2 times y. And remember, we don't really even need to say times. We don't need to put that dot in there. If we just write them right next to each other, we can just write 2y. 2y means 2 times y. So we went from this to simplify the algebraic expression. Y plus y just became 2y. This number that's next to the y is called the coefficient. The coefficient. You're learning a new word here. So the y is the variable. The letter is called the variable because that y changes. Something that varies changes. And the y can change from expression, algebraic expression, to algebraic expression. In one expression, the y might be equal to 10. In another one, the y might be equal to 18. It varies or changes. So that's called the variable. And this is called the coefficient. I'm not going to write it again. It's right over there. The coefficient. All right. You got to just memorize that stuff. Moving right along. That was letter A. Now we're going to do letter B. There we go. Each side of the triangle below has a length of p centimeters. We don't know how long each side is, but we're just going to call it p. And I think they're using p because p is the first letter in perimeter, and perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. So I could say, in a not simplified way, that to find the perimeter, I would add up side P to side P to side P, or whatever that number is, and I would get the perimeter of the shape by adding all the sides together. Or I could just say this is 3 P's, or 3 times P, which is, of course, the same thing as 3P. I want you to stop and think. Do you know the name of that number right there? Do you know the name of that letter? See if you can think of it before I tell it to you. So this is called the coefficient, and this is called the variable. All right. And they ask you in this problem to state the coefficient. So if they do that on your homework or on your practice problems, just write that the coefficient. And I know it's easy to get lazy, but it would be cool to write this word out because the more times you write it, the more you're going to memorize it. So if you want to do well and you don't want to struggle in math, take the 2 seconds to write that word. You could say the coefficient equals 3 when you actually show your work on this assignment. It would be a smart move on your part. You might go, oh, it's too much work. It's like, really? It takes like a half a second to write that. Well, maybe 2 or 3 seconds. No big deal. Okay, problem C says the figure shows 6 rods and their lengths. Find the total length of the 6 rods in terms of z. Then state the coefficient of the variable in the expression. So basically they want us to write an expression, an algebraic expression, that's not simplified and then simplify it. If you look at all those rods together, you can see we have a rod. The first one is Z length, and then the next one is Z length, Z centimeters, and the next one's Z centimeters, and the next one's Z centimeters. So I could write Z, got to cross that Z, plus Z, plus, I think there were 4 of them, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, plus Z, and then the next rod is 2 centimeters, and then the last rod is 5 centimeters. So that's the total length of all those rods put together. Now I've got to simplify. I have 4 Z's being multiplied together. 4 times Z plus 2 plus 5. But I can put these together and call that 4Z plus, and I can put these together too. That's, oops, I didn't put the Z in there. 4Z plus 7. Hopefully you caught that before I caught myself. 4Z plus 7 is the simplified version of that. And if it asks you to name, which it does in this case, the coefficient, write the word coefficient and put the number 4, because that's the coefficient. That's the number that is being multiplied by the letter, or that sits next to that letter. All right, I want you to pause the video and do number 1. Just do number 1 on the top of page, what is that, 231. Okay, here we go. So you should have already done it. Number 1, it shows x plus x plus x plus x plus x. Did I do it yet? Okay, one more. So that is equal to 5x. And it says in the directions, if you read the directions, then state the coefficient. So the coefficient here is 5. Coefficient equals 5. Not 0.5. That's not a decimal point in there. Okay. Coefficient is 5. Number 2, go ahead and do 2 through 4, and then turn the video back on. Okay, 2 is y plus 6, and that's equal to 2y plus 6. Put these together, and the coefficient, I'm going to model for you, taking the time to write that word, is equal to 2, not 6. It's the number that goes with the letter. Number 3, okay, number 3 is m plus m plus m plus 5 plus 4, which is equal to, we have 3 m's there, plus we could put the 5 and 4 together. That's equal to 9. And notice I'm not combining the 9 with this, because can't add 5 plus m and call it one thing. All right, so 3m plus 9, and the coefficient is equal to 3. Let me erase that. We'll do number 4. Okay. Easy cheesy. Number 4, we got a bunch of, I'm not going to write this one out. If you count those n's up, we have 6 n's. Oops, not m's, 6 n's. And then you're adding 12 but subtracting 8. So 12 minus 8 is 4, so you're adding 4 to it. And the coefficient is 6 right here. Okay, we're going to speed things up here, just get this video wrapped up. Numbers 5 and 6. Do 5 and 6 for me, and then turn the video back on. Okay, number 5 says a square has sides of length x centimeters. Find the perimeter of the square in the terms of x. So the perimeter of the square is 4x. You're just adding x 4 times. X plus x plus x plus x. Simplified is 4x. All right, number 6. The figure shows a trapezoid. The length of each side is given as shown. Find the perimeter of the trapezoid in terms of w. All right, so we have 3 sides that are the same. That would be 3 w's plus the 10 to find the perimeter. We're going to add all the sides together. We're going to put 3 w's with a 10. And the coefficient, it doesn't ask for it, but the coefficient is 3. Just like the coefficient up here is 4. All righty, well, that wraps up that video. I'm going to write it up here. This is part A. We are going to have another couple of videos, I believe, to finish off this chapter.